Yes, guys. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome back to the show. Big up to everyone joining me today. Uh, so much to talk about. Loads to talk about today. Lots of Liverpool news, and I'm going to be talking about Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards, FSG. What's going on? We're going to talk also about why Arne Slot is getting loads of slander from former footballers, saying it was out of order for burying Kwanzaa after the full-time whistle in his post-match interviews, where he didn't do that at all. So we're going to talk about that as well. But big out to everyone. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Especially hitting them like buttons, guys. The moderators in the chat, if you are a mod and you're in the chat right now, make sure you are telling them to smash that like button on the way in. You've got to pay your rent, guys. It's rent day. Rent's up. Need it paid. So we're going to talk about all that sort of stuff. I'm going to pretty much talk about what I think's happening at the football club, and then we can have a discussion about it as well. And see what's going on. But yeah, big up to everyone in the house. I do appreciate it here. So what we are going to do first, is, Paul Joyce. He was on Born and Red on playback. Big up the guys at Born and Red, by the way. Go and subscribe to him. And Paul Joyce was, he was on that channel, and he has some things to say, and I'm going to get these things up right now. Let me just find it so we can talk about it. And then we obviously got the Mamardashvili stuff to talk about, where that's not happened yet. Why has that deal not happened? We've got the Joe Gomez stuff to talk about it. He wants to leave the football club. Loads of stuff to actually get stuck into. But yeah, so Paul Joyce last week was on Born and Red, as I said, on their playback channel. As he said, this is from Paul Joyce. As it stands, I don't think there will be another midfield signing. I know that will upset people, but I think there's something for them, Liverpool, to be judged on in 6 months' time. So Paul Joyce saying at this moment in time, we don't think there'll be another 6 months. There won't be another midfield signing, but apparently judge it in 6 months' time. Don't like the sounds of that. Basically talking about by the January window. There is no suggestion that Liverpool will move for a left back this summer. That is according to Paul Joyce. Again, he's saying there is no suggestion that Liverpool will move for a left back this summer. After Saturday's game, we need a left back desperately, more than ever. I'm not so sure they're close to a resolution in regards to contracts of Trent, Virgil, and Salah. Now, this is the thing. This is the thing that irritates me the most. This is from Paul Joyce again, saying, I'm not so sure they're close to a resolution in regards to the contracts of Trent, Virgil van Dijk, and Mohamed Salah. I just feel that's absolutely balmy. And these are other ones we're going to get to as well. So this is what I want to talk about today on the show as well. So even though he is now the CEO of football for FSG, we have to believe that Michael Edwards is involved with Liverpool on a day-to-day basis, assisting Richard Hughes. So what Paul Joyce thinks, he don't know this for certain. We do have to make a thing there. He doesn't know that for certain. But he's saying, no, even though he is now the CEO for football for FSG, we have to believe that Michael Edwards is involved with Liverpool on a day-to-day basis, assisting Richard Hughes. Yeah. And this is where the Villan arc is coming in, man. This is where the Villan arc is coming in. Who's the real villain here? Are the villains FSG? Are the villains Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes? Have they gone from Cape Crusaders to arch villains? What is going on at this football club? We've also heard today that we heard yesterday that Michael Edwards, and this is the thing that's getting me at the moment. Well, big up people from 1890s. I don't know if that's Ricky or Luke, but big up, guys. Hope you're doing well. Going over at 7 p.m. doing a couple of shows a week when we can. Big up, you guys. Go and subscribe to 1892 Reds TV, guys. Give them a follow, give them a shout out. Yeah, back on the trail. Good to see you back doing shows, guys. So go and show your support to Ricky and Luke. That'd be great. That'd be great. So Michael Edwards yesterday, word come out of Liverpool yesterday that Michael Edwards now wants to go back to only signing the right player for the football club. Now, whatever this means, big up, Luke. Whatever this means, only signing the right player for the football club, which I get. Look, I understand what he's saying. So basically, what Michael Edwards is saying, he wants to buy the correct and right player. They want to look at a certain level and buy that player, right? And if that means waiting, they go to wait. Now, Michael Edwards, if people don't know, Michael Edwards likes the Real Madrid model. He loves the Real Madrid model, where Real Madrid can buy established players and also young players that maybe people have never heard of for a small amount of money and make them into superstars. And if you think of recent years, you know, especially with people like Valverde and Camavinga, they weren't on everybody's radar when they were young before they went to Real Madrid, and Real Madrid snapped them up for very small transfer fees. And now they're like two of the best midfielders in the world. You know, that's what Michael Edwards apparently wants to do, yeah? So he's scouring the world looking for these kind of footballers where you don't have to pay an arm and a leg for them. You get very good footballers in and you go and buy them players. Now, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I don't mind doing that, guys. I'll tell you right now, I don't mind doing that. The problem is we don't buy the players. So I'm all right with it going right. We're waiting for the right player. Perfectly fine with it. Don't mind that idea. But then you got to buy the player. The problem is we don't buy the player. And that's the real issue. That's the real issue on all this right now. Now, he might have, so like, he wanted Zubimendi. Michael Edwards wanted Zubimendi. Considering Zubimendi is the right person in charge, sent Richard Hughes to go and do the job. We're going to talk about Richard Hughes in a minute. So he sees Zubimendi as the person, but it never happened. My issue is there's got to be players in the world that they would consider on the same level as Martin Zubimendi. They can't be thick enough and stupid enough not to think there's not a midfielder of that type like Martin Zubimendi in the world that's not similar or better. And I think that's what Liverpool fans are getting annoyed with. You know, the PR is mad. You know, the PR is, it's just absolutely mad. It don't make no sense to me what is going on. It don't make any sense what's going on. As I keep saying, I don't mind us waiting for the right player. I don't want to buy any old shit. I don't think anyone in the chat does either. We don't want to sit here buying any old crap will do, right? I don't think any of us feel like that. We want the right player for our football club, yeah? Then if the right player comes along, you've got to buy the right player. Martin Zubimendi was there. Why did the deal happen? I don't believe in all this shit that he didn't say yes to Liverpool and all that crap. We just didn't do the job quick enough. You know, look at the goalkeeper now, Mamardashvili. Yeah, Mamardashvili. Yeah, Liverpool see Mamardashvili as the next big goalkeeper. And that's where Michael Edwards comes in correct. So Michael Edwards is looking, who's the next best goalkeeper if Alisson Becker leaves our football club? Oh, Mamardashvili at Valencia. Let's go and get him. Let's go and get him. No problem. Let's go and get him. Richard Hughes, off you go. You're going to Spain. You're going to Valencia. Beautiful part of the world. Go and sort this Mamardashvili deal out, bring him back. We got a goalkeeper for the next 10 years after Alisson leaves. Job done. Excellent. Good bit of business. Yeah. We're all pretty. Most Liverpool fans are like, yeah, if that's the case. If Alisson wants to leave eventually in 2 years' time, you've gone and got arguably one of the better goalkeepers in the world right now, young goalkeeper in Europe, you know, and he's going to be his long-time replacement. No problem. Good bit of business. Good bit of business. Yeah. But the problem is we still haven't got that transfer done. Why have we got not that transfer done? Why is that transfer not done? Why are we haggling over 5 million quid? Why are we haggling over £5 million, guys? This is my issue now. Why are we haggling over 5 million quid? That's the thing I don't get on this Mamardashvili thing. If reports are to be true, I always got to say that. If reports are to be true, why are we haggling over 5 million quid? It don't make sense. It don't make sense. And here's the thing. Michael Edwards is the one who writes the checks, guys. Michael Edwards is the one who releases the money. He's the CEO of our football club. He's in charge. You know, he is the one responsible to get the deals done. And obviously, I don't believe in this Liverpool got no money stuff. We got plenty of money. We're just not releasing the funds. This is my problem with everything. Liverpool Football Club have got money. You know, Liverpool don't really need owners to have money because Liverpool makes so much money that they can release money if they wanted to, quite easily. You know, Liverpool, if they're going to be self-sustained, the amount of money Liverpool Football Club make in the last 5 or 6 years got money to spend. They just don't release the cash, and I don't know why they don't release the cash. It confuses me. It really confuses me, and we wouldn't go for players if we didn't know we had the cash either, guys. I know people like to say about the PR spin, right? And they would say, "Oh, we tried to get that player, but we couldn't." It's not a good PR spin, guys, because no one will fall for it. Obviously, they got the money to go for these players, but they're tight with it. This is the thing. You can have money, guys, but you can still be tight with it. So let's take the Mamardashvili stuff, for instance, right now. Apparently, I think the transfer will eventually get done, but apparently it's very close to being scrapped because we're arguing over 5 million bloody quid. Because of the way we want to spend the money, the way we want to use the money. It's not about not having the money, guys. It's about how we use it, how we set transfers up. And that's the problem. It's not about, that we don't value him at 40 million quid. How can we not value him at 40 million quid? You know, we can value him at 35 million quid, but we can't value him at 40 million quid. I just don't get it. I understand. Look, we are tight because we don't like overpaying for players. This is our issue. It's not the fact we haven't got money. We don't like overpaying. We like to be tight. Look, there's so many rich people out there. You can get a really rich person, guys, and they still shop at Primark. Do you know what I mean? Get 5 shirts for 10 quid because they don't want to spend their money, although they're well rich. You can get some tight-ass people in this world. And that's what Liverpool are. They're tight-ass, man. They squeak when they walk. We squeak when we walk is what we are. You know, sometimes you just have to overpay. I've always said this. You have to overpay sometimes. If they feel like Mamardashvili is the perfect replacement for Alisson Becker, just pay the money. Just pay the money. If they think he's the perfect replacement and Valencia are asking 50 million, just pay the money. Because who you go and get otherwise? This is my issue with it again. Who are they go and get if they don't get Mamardashvili? They go get a goalkeeper that's not as good as Mamardashvili just so they can buy him for 30 or 35 million and save themselves a few quid. That's the thing that makes no sense to me, guys. That's what makes 0 sense to me. You know, you got the money. Just spend it. Stop trying this. Right, we want Mamardashvili. We value him at 35 million, not 5 million over, not a pound more, not a pound less, not a pound more. And we're like, but Valencia want 40 because they know he's a tremendous goalkeeper. Let's just bloody pay it. What's 40 million quid for Mamardashvili in like 8 years' time? If you want him, just buy him. Just buy him. Stop being tight. Just pay the extra couple of million quid. It's who they've recognised. This is the thing that irritates me, guys, more than anything. They've recognised that Mamardashvili is the player they want. Right? They've recognised, they've done all the stats, they've done all the data researching him, they've scouted him, and they've gone, you know what? That is the goalkeeper we want to eventually replace Alisson Becker, and he will be our goalkeeper for the next 8 to 10 years. That is who they're looking at. They're not looking at anyone else. No other names have come up. There's no alternative. There's no plan B. They want Mamardashvili. Then pay the goddamn money for him. If Valencia want 40 million for him, just bite your tongue, pay the 40 million and get the player in. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. Just pay the money the guy wants. Just like, if Mamardashvili wants to come to Liverpool as well, guys. He's begging to come to Liverpool. He's already told Valencia, don't stop me going to Liverpool. That's where I want to go. Don't stop me. I want to go there. Don't get in my way. And we're doing everything in our possible powers to not get the deal done. It's absolutely shocking. It's absolutely shocking. What is the point of identifying a player you want and then not get the deal done? What research are we doing? Did we speak to Valencia before it and go, look, Mum, there should have been conversations with Valencia where they could come to some kind of a deal before they make things public. Why are we making things public before we got the player over the line? No, we haven't got the player over the line yet. We're making things public. Why are we not talking Valencia behind the scenes going, look, what's the transfer fee on Mamardashvili? What you asking for? 40 million quid. 40 million quid. That's what we want for him. We want 40 million euros for Mamardashvili. You know, take it or leave it. And if it's Liverpool's preferred choice, what we go end up with? What we go end up with? We got Alisson Becker in goal. For me, he's the best goalkeeper in the world between the sticks. He might not be the best in the world with his feet, but as a goalkeeper, he's arguably the best in the world. So replacing him's going to be difficult, right? But this club, in my opinion, have done the right thing by finding the right player in Mamardashvili to be that goalkeeper. Not a problem with that. They've headhunted the player they want. They've headhunted the player they want. Pay it. They're not asking stupid money. You're looking at Onana. Didn't Onana go to Man United for a roughly 40-odd million quid? So they're not asking for stupid money. Valencia themselves are looking at the market and going, right, Onana went to Man United for around 35, 40 million quid. You know, we want around the same sort of money as that. Why not? He's a better goalkeeper. Just pay the money, man. There's no point identifying a player you want and then not paying for him. And then haggling and haggling and haggling. What we're trying to do, right? This is what I hate. This is what I hate sometimes, yeah? I think sometimes we try and bully other teams to giving us players who are a little bit cheaper so we can take the deal. That's why we try and market all our deals, yeah? We try and monetize all our deals. Valencia want 40 million for it. I don't think personally, I think 35 to 40 million pound is about the right price for Mamardashvili. He had a great Euros. I think he was the goalkeeper of the tournament. He's been great for Valencia. He's got a lot of hype over him about being one of the future best goalkeepers in the world. He's a very exciting prospect. A lot of people are really into him. So around 35, 40 million quid it's probably his asking price. It's just, yeah, Jeff, exactly. This is the just pay the bloody money. Stop haggling over stuff all the time. Look, I hope the deal happens. I think the deal will still happen. Mamardashvili's already agreed personal terms with Liverpool, so that's not a problem. Contract length and contract. He's already accepted to go on loan at Bournemouth next year as well. So that's all fine for this season, sorry. So that's all fine. Mamardashvili is down with it. He's happy to sign for Liverpool on the contract that's been agreed. He's happy to go on loan to Bournemouth for 12 months. So he's happy with everything. That part's done. Just pay the money, get Mamardashvili through the roof. Get it done, man. Get it done. You know, it's not fair to Slot either. It's not fair to Arne Slot either, who's a brand new manager for this football club, who's trying to improve the football club and wants to play a winning type of football. Give him the tools. Give the man the tools. You know, he might lose Alisson in a year or two's time if Alisson wants to leave. And if you're telling Arne Slot, right, Alisson might be leaving in a year or two, right? He might be leaving in a year or two, but here's what we're doing. We've targeted Mamardashvili as Alisson Becker's replacement. Arne Slot is probably, thank you. That's beautiful. Great business. Yeah. Get the job. And Slot's just thinking now, still ain't got the job done. It's not signed, sealed, and delivered yet. You know, what are we waiting on? You know, in a couple of years' time, Arne Slot will be like, all this season and next summer, he'd be like, yeah, Alisson may be leaving, but look, I've got Mamardashvili coming in. I'm cool. We're wicked. We're good in that position. So get the job done, man. But I don't know who's to blame, guys. I don't know who's to blame right now. FSG own the club and they employ these people. So maybe you can say they're the main people to blame. But I'm looking at Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards as well, guys. I'm looking at Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards. And I'll tell you what, with Richard Hughes, even the most not pro FSG fans, but people who don't really care about it in that kind of sense, yeah, and quite a positive Liverpool fans that I know of, yeah, even they're like questioning Richard Hughes now. Richard Hughes is under a massive spotlight. He's under a huge spotlight. He is the sporting director. Sporting directors are the people that buy and sell players and sort out players' contracts. That's what we've done now. That's what, he's the one in charge of that part of it, guys. If Richard Hughes hasn't got the money, don't go for that player. Simple as that, guys. Simple as that. If we haven't got the money, he can't go for that player. So, considering we went for Martin Zubimendi and Mamardashvili, we've obviously got the money to buy them players. Because if we didn't, him going for them players is just stupid. What's the point of it? What's the point of it? I don't go out and buy a 1 million. Right, I could go and look at a £1 million house. I could go and have a look at a £1 million house, yeah, but I can't put an offer in because I haven't got the money. You know, I can't go, right, I love that house. That house is beautiful. I'd love to live at that house. Look at it. 8 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, half an acre of garden. Oh, it's beautiful. Lovely terraced. Hot tub on the balcony. Oh, it's beautiful. What a house. Could live there the rest of my life. Could die in that house. Yeah. But I can't put a bid in because I haven't got the money. It's stupid. I just have to go somewhere else and find something I can afford. You know? Let's go and find something I can afford. So if you're going purposely for these players, why if you're purposely going for these kind of players, the money must be there. So if the money's there, why are we haggling so much? Let's think about it like that. Why are we haggling so much? So Brian says, yeah. Why keep going public? We used to just sign players and announce it's all spin to make it look like we're trying to sign. But but the problem here, my man. The problem here about the PR we're trying to sign, PR is meant to be good PR. No one believes this shit, though. That's the problem. So they are legitimately trying to sign them, but they're just being tight with the money. This is the problem. They're just being tight with the money. Because most of these players, it came out the other day, Zubimendi agreed 160 grand a week at Liverpool. Personal terms were agreed. Mamardashvili, personal terms have been agreed. So money's there. We're just not using it. We're just not using it. It's like being really, really rich. Yeah, you're really rich. Say you won the lottery. Yeah, say you won the Euro Millions. Yeah, and you won about £80 million in the Euro Millions. Yeah, and you still live in your council house. You stay in your 2-bedroom council house. Yeah, not that there's anything wrong with that, by the way. But if you stay in your 2-bedroom council house, but you just won 80 million quid, but you barely spend any money, you just leave it in the bank, and you still haggle for stuff on holiday. Like you go on holiday and you see something on the shelf that you really like, a leather wallet, and you're like, I want this leather wallet, but it's 50 quid. I'm not paying 50 quid for that leather wallet. But you've got the money because you're a multi-millionaire, but you're like, I'm not paying 50 quid for that wallet because it's not worth 50 quid. That wallet at most is worth £25. It's not worth more than that. And you go and haggle for this wallet. Yeah, that's Liverpool. That's what we're doing at the moment. We have the money, but we don't want to spend it. We just want to haggle. It's like we go on a European holiday and just start haggling with all the market sellers. Oh, how much your aftershave? 100 quid. No, I'm not paying that. Walk out the shop. They get you back. All right, £70. Nah, it's still too much. That's what Liverpool are. We're a European holiday. That's what Liverpool are right now. We are a European holiday. We're just haggle FC. We got the money, but we don't want to spend it. We don't want to spend it. We just want to haggle, haggle, haggle. Just want to haggle, haggle, haggle. Tight, man. It's just super tight. Big up Baz and chat. It's just super tight, guys. Money's there. Of course, money's there. Liverpool Football Club are huge. The money we generate every year is massive. Money's there. I don't believe for a second, I don't think anyone else should believe for a second that we're broke FC. We're nowhere near broke FC. We're just not willing to spend money. So that's why we sell players. We sell players to use that money instead of using the money that we actually got. That's just, and that's where it is. Unfortunately, that is where we're at. We just don't want to pay the cash. We just don't want to pay the cash to players. We want to Kalana everything. That's what Liverpool want to do. They just want to Kalana everything. They went to Valencia, went for Mamardashvili, and went to Giuseppe Kalana. It's literally what they did. Richard Hughes walked into the door and went, he's on the phone with them, the guys at Valencia, and talking about Mamardashvili, and went, before we start, my boss has asked, do you accept Kalana? That is basically what they've done. Now, do you accept Kalana? You know, first payment, or break it down into 5 equal payments. What do you do? Do you accept clear pay? If you don't accept Kalana, do you accept clear pay? What are we doing here? You know, it's just, it's just, this team can go and buy players if they want, guys. Honestly, we can go and buy players we want. We are not broke FC. We are cheap FC. We like a bargain bucket. Yeah? We like a bargain bucket. That's what Liverpool like. And sometimes there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying we have to buy £100 million players, but we're not. But we're now haggling over cheap players, guys. We're now haggling over cheap players. We never used to haggle over cheap players. 30, 40 million quid used to be our price point. Liverpool's price point always used to be 30 to 40, 45 million pounds. That was always our price point, guys, weren't it? Always our price point. And we're going to say 40 million quid, cool. 40 million pound is where we're happy. We're happy at 40 million quid. That means the wages are not too big, give out big contracts. Happy at that. That's Liverpool's happy place. It's not Liverpool's happy place no more. No, happy place is gone. Liverpool want to haggle on happy places now. Unfortunately, we need to haggle a man. We need to haggle for 30 million quid. When 3 years ago, 30 million quid, that's there. Yeah, 30 million quid, no problem. Here you go. That's our happy place. We're happy at 30 million quid. It's just, yeah, Adam said. And we also do the odd £50 million now and then. Look at Naby Keita, only £52 million. It's £52 million. £52 million. No problem. Naby Keita, job done. We even waited 12 months for him to come through the door. We paid for Naby Keita early. Early, guys. 52 million quid and got him 12 months later. That's how ahead of the game Liverpool used to be. Oh, we lost the Champions League final to Real Madrid. Yeah, it's a bad result, but don't worry, Liverpool fans, you won't be crying for too much longer. 24 hours later, bang! Fabinho, 40 million quid. Thank you very much. That would do nicely. Thank you. Happy place. Where's our happy place now, guys? Where's Liverpool's happy point now? Where's Liverpool's happy place now? Is it 10 million quid? Is that what we're looking at? Oh, 10 million quid. Don't need to haggle for 10 million quid. Here you go, son. Have that. Here you go. No worries. We never haggled before over 30 to 40 million like we're doing right now. We just used to get the job done. 4 years ago, this is Mamardashvili 4 years ago, you wouldn't even knew it happened. It would have just come up on our TV screens and Sky Sports News a couple of days later going, oh, Mamardashvili signed for Liverpool. He's going out on loan. And none of us, we're all sat here going, when the fuck did we do that deal? Oh, good business, Liverpool. Great business. Well done. Beautiful. And then we'll talk about it in a video. Now, no, not no more. We're just like, can you take clear play? Can you take clear pay? It's like, fucking doing my head in. It really is. And people know I've been a defender for a while. I've been on the evening trail with this for a long time. Yeah. I always say to you guys, if you're old around here, you will know it. And the new guys, if you're new around here, you might not know it. But I've been quite positive for a long time. But this is starting to fucking piss me off. Right? And I ain't getting pissed off. And I don't usually get pissed off at all this shit. But it's fucking me off now. It's even fucking off people I know like me that are quite positive fans. You know, that are quite positive about stuff. It's still fucking us off. It's like, what are we doing? Big Up Honesty says, BS. So you tell me only Superman is an improvement on Endo. Big Up Honesty. Tell me we can't find a centre-back to replace Matip or Joey G. Madrid wins the Liga, so we don't win the Prem every year. So that's BS. Big Up Honesty with the super. Also says, so Edwards rather us finish fifth just because we didn't get the player he wanted, so Edwards don't have a plan B. That's by the look of it. But Edwards I know of, the older Michael Edwards I know of, used to go against the manager for the player the manager wanted and just got the player he wanted in. Bang, like that, job done. No worries. What's happened? Throw the laptops away, the data ain't. Oh, yeah, you're on sick. Whole summer reports where Liverpool identified a player, go and get him no matter the asking price. So we were lied to. Yeah, exactly. This is the reports. This is the problem. We identify players. We make it very clear we want that footballer. And then we haggle about the price too much. And deals don't happen. Where's Liverpool? What's happened to Liverpool? I don't know what's happened to our club, guys. But it adds as well, says, do you think we make a signing before the window ends? Hopefully. Hopefully something happens. It's just... I just don't... I don't get it right now. I really don't get it right now, guys, because I think we can all sit here and agree, right? I think we can all sit here and agree that we've still got time to get 2 or 3 players in that'll cheer us all up a little bit as fans. And I'm not always saying buying players is the right thing all the time, by the way, either. No, but no team is perfect. People need players, yeah? I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, we got A, B, and C, so why do we need D? You know what I mean? I'm not going to be talking like that. we got players that we blatantly need. You know, we need a left back. Robbo can't do it no more. Big up K-Mac on his show earlier. I was watching it. He's talking about bringing up the stats on Robbo and, how many fouls he actually gives away now to previous times in his Liverpool career. And, he's not quite the player, showing why he's not the player he is. And Tsimikas ain't that either. So we obviously need a left back. It's very obvious now after Slot's game and with what happened at Kwanzaa that we probably need a dominating, quick centre-back to come in as well. And it's plainly obvious to every motherfucker on planet Earth that we need a DM. Yeah? We might be able to get away with it for a little bit. Yeah? But it's going to be found out eventually. Get the players in, help Slot achieve things. No Liverpool fan that I know of is asking for about 8 players. This summer, we're looking at it and going, just get us that centre-back DM and maybe a left-back. And if you've got enough money left over, get an attacker. But as long as we get a DM, a centre-back and a left-back, I think most Liverpool fans will be pretty happy. You know what I'm saying? I think most Liverpool fans will be pretty happy. But we're not even doing that right now. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating, guys. I see a good essence of a football team here as well, guys. This is the thing. I see a good essence of a football team here. The team I'm looking at on Saturday, the Ipswich game was a bit difficult because Ipswich are up for it. It was their first game at Portman Road in the Premier League for a long time. Liverpool have come to town on the opening day of the season. The only team that's going to be bigger for them at Portman Road all year is Man United. Yeah, Liverpool Man United in your place is the biggest game of the season. So in their opening game of the season, back in the Premier League at a 12:30 kickoff, Liverpool have come to town. It's a massive occasion, and they absolutely went for it. So it was a hard start to the game. And then Liverpool got into it in the second half. And in that second half, I saw things I fucking loved. Yeah, I absolutely loved. And I'm sitting there thinking, you know what? Slot could do something. Yeah? That's give him the tools. To do something. That's not look back at him and go, we let him down. He's obviously a manager of his own convictions. He's a manager of his own. He knows what he wants. Yes, we got a good side. We got fantastic players. I think we can all agree with that. This is why we don't need that massive overhaul. We just need a couple here. Maybe 3 at the most, and I'm happy. I think a lot of Liverpool fans are happy. If we go and get that DM that Slot wants, we go and get another centre-back in to take over Joe Matip. Because the Kwanzaa stuff, what Slot said, we might need a quicker, more aerial dynamic centre-back, and a left-back. You go and get them with the rest of the team that we got this season, Liverpool could do something. I'm not going to lie to you. Liverpool could do something. Because we got magical players. I'm not going to sit here and pretend we ain't got world-class players. Salah, Trent, Virgil, and Alisson are all world-class footballers. I don't care what anyone says. If all 4 of them players are on the transfer market tomorrow, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich coming all for them because they're world-class. They're getting any team in the world. Yeah? Salah can get in any team in the world. Trent can get in any team in the world. Alisson are getting any team in the world, and Virgil van Dijk are getting any team in the world because they're world class. This team can still do something this season. They certainly can. I love this team. This team is good, man. It's a good lineup. It's a good squad. It's got good players. I like Arne Slot. I think he's tactically a very good coach. You got McAllister. I even forgot about McAllister. World Cup winner. Extremely talented footballer. Yeah, Gravenberch is a young guy who played really well on Saturday. Was my favourite player. Was my man in the match on Saturday. But You can't just go to Gravenberch and McAllister. You're my double pivot for the whole season. We can't keep doing it. We're just that one midfielder short, guys. One midfielder short. We're not 8 midfielders short. We're not 4 midfielders short like last summer when we had to buy 4 midfielders. We're one short. One. That's all it is. No Liverpool fan is asking for a miracle. We're not asking for miracles. We need one midfielder. That's all. One. This club is not, we're not as fans asking for miracles here. Just get the one midfielder in that helps solidify the midfield a little bit better than it is now. And then have a look at it again. You know, if you get a DM in, an aggressive defensive midfielder in, that helps you bully the midfield a little bit. It helps Alexis McAllister because it pushes him up. It also helps Gravenberch because he hasn't got to play every single week. That means you can rotate in that area and keep players fresh. It also helps Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott because they're still young players, especially Harvey, and they don't have to play every week and they can be rotated and it can help them out. You know, it bolsters up that midfield. It don't leave us too short. We need a left back. After Saturday's game, it's perfectly obvious to me we need a left back. You know, Tsimikas is dog shit. We all know this. And Robbo is coming to the end. I think we can all agree with this. Robbo's not the player he's ever going to be again, right? He's not that guy now. Still a good player. I'm not saying Robbo's dog shit, but it's just not the player he once was. So that leaves us a little bit short in that left back area. Right back's perfectly fine. And if we're going by what Slot said about Kwanzaa, we might be a centre-back short as well, right? Because if Joe Gomez is leaving, by the way, guys, we've only got 3 centre-backs. Because Sepp Vandenberg's leaving his football club. Nat Phillips is never going to play for Liverpool. So that leaves us with Kwanzaa, Kanate and Virgil if Joe Gomez leaves. So we need a centre-back. That has to happen. And I think Gravenberch is going to be an extremely good footballer. But we can't ask him to do the whole role all season. You know, we'll burn him out. It's a long season. It's a long, long season. We'll burn Gravenberch out. You know, Gravenberch needs to be rotated and looked after. Again, guys, don't forget, Gravenberch is a young guy himself. You know, he's only 22 himself. You've got to protect these players. I personally think Gravenberch is a very, very good footballer. I got a lot of I've got a lot of faith in Gravenberch, to be fair. I do. I think Gravenberch can be a baller for us. I think Gravenberch can turn his whole career around being at Liverpool Football Club and doing bits. But you still want to look after the player at the same time. So getting an extra body in there is only going to help Gravenberch as a player as well. You know, because, you know, he can come off in games or he doesn't have to start that game, keep him fresh, put the other player in. You know, you just mix things up a little bit, bolster the squad, guys. There's nothing wrong with bolstering a squad and keeping quality players. This is a thing we've got to think about as well. So I've seen people in the chat talking about Gravenberch. I'm not saying sell Gravenberch, but there's nothing wrong with having Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Elliott and Curtis Jones and another quality player. Just makes Liverpool better, guys. Just makes Liverpool better. Also, if we get injuries, suspensions, people tiring out, the Champions League is bigger than it ever was before. You know, it's a big Champions League now. I think there's almost like 8 extra games this season. You've got FA Cup, League Cups, international breaks. There's like 3 international breaks before the new year. You know, we've got lots and lots of football. We need a good blend of squad in there to make people better. And that will make us, that will improve Liverpool. Oh, and Wataru Endo, yeah. I totally forgot about Wataru Endo. But at the moment in time, I don't know if Slot really fancies Wataru Endo, guys. You know, got 7% itch, but Stefan needs to go on loan. I just think that one DM, that aggressive midfielder, you get that aggression. You know, surely there's a player out there. Surely there's a player out there. Because otherwise, we could run Gravenberch into the ground. because he's going to play the 6 role. It's very clear to me right now, if Wataru Endo's not going to play, Gravenberch is going to play the main 6 role. And he's going to have to play a lot of football, guys. And that runs him into the ground. It's just mad to me. We've got a good coach here, guys. We've got a very, very good coach here who could do really good things for us, but I don't want to hinder him. You know what I'm saying? You get that one DM in. Say Liverpool did buy Zubimendi. Say Liverpool bought Zubimendi. Say we live in an alternative universe, yeah? And Liverpool actually bought Zubimendi. We'd have Zubimendi, Gravenberch, McAllister, Endo. There are 4 double pivot players. That's 4. So Gravenberch, McAllister, Endo, and Zubimendi, yeah? That's 4 double pivot players right there. That means you've got good rotation. You've got good rotation that part of the pitch. You keep legs fresh. You got better people off the bench to come on. And then you've got more advanced midfielders in Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, Szoboszlai. They're your more advanced midfielders. And then you've got a lovely blend in that midfield. You keep players' legs fresh. You've got a good bolster of squad depth in that area. You know, and you're not tiring people out. Big up Eddie on the member for 22 months. Big up Eddie. Big up to you, man. Says this is exactly what I'm saying. Big up to you, man. Centina says, what if Slot wants an overall? It takes time. Yeah, he might want an overall eventually, but you can do 2-3 players a time. You know, it's not a problem. But if you're not signing anyone, you can't do that overhaul, can you? If we're not signing anyone, that's the problem here. Be honestly with another super says, my problem is we are so close to compete to the title, so get us what we need to compete, otherwise we'll fall behind. For the F's sake, sort out the contracts. I'm with you. Honesty also says, what's Mascherano doing these days? But Richard will F up. We even mess up boiling water to make some cereal. Eddie says, we're not getting any signings. Question, Edwards wants to be like Madrid, cool, but have you seen Madrid's midfield? They have great options. No one's injured. They have great options. Look, honestly, that's the thing. Liverpool have decent options right now. That's, you know, but they also went out and bought Real Madrid. What we got to remember, they went out and bought Valverde really cheap when he was young. And he didn't have to rush to get into the team because you had Modric and Cruz out there as well. So they didn't need to rush him in. You had Camavinga there. You know, they got Camavinga in for like 20 odd million quid. I mean, it's just frustrating, guys. I'm not the only one who's frustrated at this moment in time. I'm frustrated because I think we're a good team. That's why I'm frustrated, guys. I'm frustrated because we're a good team that, you know, can just be improved upon and make us even better. It's not like we're a dead team. I'm not sitting here saying we're a dead side and we're a very good team. We've got excellent players. People have pointed out rightly, man. Gravenberch is an extremely talented footballer, but he needs help. You can't burn him out. You need bolster that area. That's what I keep saying. If you go and get a DM, you got to get a new DM. You got the new DM, Gravenberch, Wataru Endo, and McAllister. Yeah, that's your 4 players in that double pivot area. That gives you legs fresh, good rotation, better options off the bench. Yeah. If you don't go and get a DM this summer, we go rely on Gravenberch playing the number 6 role. Now, can Gravenberch work into that 6 role and become an extraordinary player for us? Yes, he could. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like Gravenberch is a dead player. He could become that player, but it's still a gamble. It's still a gamble, even if it paid off. And we sit here in 2 years' time and we go, do you remember when we want that DM and Gravenberch become this beast? Yeah? but it's still a gamble if it don't pay off. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong. I don't know why it's just with Liverpool guys and some Liverpool fans where we can't buy players because we've got good players there already. It never made sense to me. Just bolster the squad, make the squad better, make players, because eventually some players might leave. So if you've already got players in the door, they take over the players that have left, and then you go and buy some new ones in case the players that have taken over, they eventually leave, and you have a nice, it just. Cranbirch is a good footballer. McAllister's a good footballer. Szoboszlai's a good footballer. Now Elliott's a good footballer. Curtis Jones. We've got players there that are very good, but it doesn't mean you can't get one more to make it fucking better. That's all I'm saying. Centina says, Jamie, this is a team out of Klopp players. We don't know. Trent has told them he wants to leave. I'm frustrated with the lack of signings. Yeah, it's like Klopp players. There's no doubt about that. But Slot might like what he sees. And the thing is, the problem is, Slot might like what he sees. He might look at Virgil van Dijk and go, I ain't going to get a better centre-back anywhere in Europe than Virgil van Dijk, even if he's a Klopp player. Why'd I let him go? Mo Salah, it's a right winger. What right winger am I going to get that's better than Mo Salah? There's going to be players in his team. Like, I think we've already seen the players that Slot is not doesn't like. Carvalho left. He's gone on a full transfer. Slot was like, nah, let him go. Don't need him. Bobby Clark, full transfer. Slot was like, don't like him, just let him go. We've seen players already like a bit the dust. Stefan Bajcetic. Slot wants Stefan to go out on loan. He wants Bajcetic to go out on loan. So I think that tells us that he doesn't want him particularly. So yeah, although it's still Klopp's players and now it's Slot's team, there's still so many good players here that it'd be daft to get rid of them. Do you know what I mean? It'd be daft to get rid of them. Be up promo. He says, isn't FSG or Hughes saying this is their tactic to lower transfer fees? And this is my thing, promo. I was saying it earlier. When Liverpool never used to haggle that much over 30 or 40 million pound transfers, did we? We used to just get them in, buy them, done. Now we haggle like shit over a 30 or 40 million pound transfer. It's just madness to me. Absolutely madness. Don't get it. I don't get it. And that's what drives me nutty. Did I just see? No, didn't see anything. And that's what drives me mad, guys. Yeah, look, the big youth team players will stay. Kwanzaa will stay. Conor Bradley will stay. Obviously, Trainioni, the club obviously like him, so he's not going anywhere. But people like Bobby Clark, if the club don't feel like Bobby Clark's going to be good enough, then yeah, sell him, man. Beat came back in the chat as well. We don't need 3 left backs. We sell left backs. Like, what are we chatting here? You sell left backs. Tsimikas is dog shit. Why is he at a football club? Sell him. Get rid. Buy a new left back in that's better than fucking Robbo and Tsimikas. People might not have listening. I don't know. I don't know if people listen. I really don't get it. It's like crazy to be crazy. Just get rid of fucking shit players. I don't know anyone who ranks Tsimikas at all. Yeah, Supermendy's an aggressive footballer. It depends what you mean by aggressive footballer as well, Jamrock. The Premier League is not that aggressive. Depends what you want as aggression. I don't want like Polina and Ugarte aggression. I don't think you need that. But it would like I don't get what everyone wants. I literally don't. I don't know if I'm going to give up. I don't know. You guys beat me, yeah. Just have your shit players and be happy. I don't know what we want. What does everyone want? I'm so confused. Yeah, I'm so confused. I don't think Simicast is good enough for Liverpool Football Club. Does anyone else think Simicast is good enough for Liverpool Football Club? I don't think Curtis Jones is good enough for Football Club. I think Curtis Jones needs to leave. I think Harvey Elliott, if he doesn't improve in a year or two's time, because he's young, he needs to leave. I just I don't. I just want the best, man. I just want the best in class, guys. And if you can't buy the best in class, try and find the second best in class if you can. You know, it's just I don't even want that much. I don't even want that much, guys. But you're telling me we can't improve on Robbo and Simicast. Are you telling me we can't improve on them? Oh. And that's what I'm saying, Jamrock. Robbo played no pre-season. Simicast played all the pre-season games. Robbo started the Premier League. So if Simicast looked like we all thought Simicast was going to be the player that started the Premier League off because he played every game in pre-season. So there's obviously something about Simicast where even Slot thinks Robbo's still a better choice. You know, I remember when we used to get on Jurgen Klopp like Joe Gomez had played left back, Simicast had played left back, but as soon as Robbo was fit, Robbo would just come back into the team. Well, if you go from pre-season, Robbo barely played. He was injured, if we remember rightly, for Scotland at the Euros. Barely had any pre-season. Simicast played literally every single game. And then still Robbo plays the opening game of the Premier League season. It's just, that tells me that Simicast ain't good enough. Tells me Simicast ain't good enough. So go and get a left back in that you think is good enough. You know? Go and get a left back, it is good enough. As promo said, it made no sense. Like, there's obviously something Simicast does in training. You know, something in Simicast. Simicast must be like either a really poor trainer or something like that, because you know, some fans thought Simicast did all right in pre-season. I didn't think he was that good, but a lot of Liverpool fans, some Liverpool fans thought Simicast was a nailed-on starter to start the left back for the Premier League, and it's just mad. Red Burford's now. I think Robbo played because Slot is still assessing them. He might be, but Simicast should have started the Premier League season if he's that above Robbo, in my opinion. I just don't understand it, guys. I think Robbo is still better than Simicast in every aspect of football. I still think Robbo is far better than Simicast. So for that reason, I'd keep Robbo but get rid of Simi. I just don't see what he brings. I don't know what Simicast brings to the table apart from vibes. I really don't. You know, and Robbo ain't great at the moment either. It's just so confusing, guys. We're frustrated. You know, Conor Bradley comes on. You know, the difference on the right-hand side is night and day to the left-hand side, yeah? So you got Robbo and Simicast on that left-hand side, but on the right-hand side, you got Trent and Robbo. Trent had an excellent game. I thought Trent even defended well against Ipswich. Trent had a really, really good game. And then Conor Bradley came on, and Conor Bradley looks good. Yeah. Robbo had a terrible game, goes off. Tsimikas comes on, looks shit. Yeah. That is the night and day positions right now. Trent and Conor Bradley are up here. Robbo and Tsimikas are here. You know, so we've got a bit of an unbalancing there. That's the issue. We've got a bit of an unbalancing. In fact, Gomez was our best left back last season, and he's looking to be sold, which is no fault to the club. He just wants to love. Footy Mo, big up honesty says, Footy Judge Mo said Robbo is never a good defender. Same for Trent, but by that logic, VVD is the best centre back of all time. He carried a left back and a right back. Yeah, to be fair to Mo, he does say Virgil's the best centre back in the Premier League era. So, to be fair to Mo, he does actually say that about Virgil. But no, Robbo was a good defender for Liverpool. I ain't going to pretend Robbo weren't a good defender. Robbo was a good defender for Liverpool. I just don't think Robbo's got the legs now. I think he's knackered. He picks up too many injuries. I just think Robbo's shattered. Robbo's tired, man. I think Robbo just needs to, you know, Robbo gets a few games and then he gets injured again. It's just frustrating. I just think what Robbo did in the Jurgen Klopp years at Liverpool was just out of this world. You know, it's just great to see what Robbo did. He was great defensively. He was great getting forward, great assists. I just don't think that Robbo exists today. You know, what is he, 31 years of age now? I just don't think Robbo can be that player right now. And when he is that player, unfortunately, he seems to get injuries. So Robbo can settle down and still be a good left back for Liverpool. But unfortunately, he'll still end up getting an injury. And that's just because he's fried. That's all it is. But yeah, it's just Gomez, though, was Liverpool's best left back last season, and Robbo's still coming. Mr. Sky Blue, big up, man. Hi, JB, do you think Conor could play left back? Low. If Conor had a left foot, man. If Conor had a left foot, yeah. Conor Bradley and Trent, yeah, they're. Conor Bradley, by the way, Conor Bradley still has some issues of his own. He's got iron out, you know, defensively and stuff like that. But because of his age and his energy and his athleticism and his aggression and the way he plays, he's going to stand out as being an exceptional player. But he's still got deficiencies himself that he's got to work on. And he's only a young player, so he will definitely work out on them deficiencies. Big up Swedish Bear says Robbo's burnt. Yeah, I think Robbo is burnt out. Yeah, injuries are happening. Jamrock says people in the chat, Gomez is fourth string centre back and a first string right back. The man wants to play centre back to keep the national team. Yeah, I don't blame Joe. I don't hold any hard feelings for Joe Gomez leaving. I really don't. I think that's what Jamrock's saying as well there. If Joe Gomez wants to leave the football club, I've got no problem with it because, as you say, as we all say, like, he's not going to be first choice. He's been at the club 9 years. We've got to remember that as well. He's not been here for a couple of years or anything. He's been here 9 years, guys. He was here before Jurgen Klopp. Everyone forgets that. He was the only player left before Jurgen Klopp and after Jurgen Klopp. That's how long Gomez has been here. I don't hold any. I'd love Joe Gomez to stay, but he's up 26 now. Joe Gomez is probably looking at it and going, I've got to play every week. I just need to. I've got to play every week. And he's not going to play every week at Liverpool. So if he wants to leave, I've got no problem with it. I respect Joe Gomez's decision as a grown man. He wants to do the best for himself. He doesn't want to sit there and just pick up a wage and be fourth choice. So I respect that massively. And go and do your thing. Go and do your thing. Find a club and let Gomez do his thing, guys. But what Liverpool got to do is fucking buy a replacement. Can't just sit here and not buy a replacement and keep your slot short. You know what I mean? I've got no... Yeah, Gomez is 27. That's even... It's even more of a thing for him why he should leave then. You know, weren't he at this club at 18 or 19 and he's now 27? The man needs to leave. Let the boy go if he needs to. My problem is that Liverpool got to buy a player. So I've got no problem with Joe Gomez leaving, but Liverpool need to replace him. We got Sepp Jamie, we'll be fine. Oh, I don't mind Sepp Vandenberg, don't get me wrong, but I don't think the club want him. Okay. I'm hearing you, but everything that we're hearing at the moment is that the club don't really rate. They don't want to keep him. They want to sell him. So I hear what you're saying, though, but the club don't want him, man. Unless you're meaning that in a, you know, another way, saying like joking way. But yeah. That can't happen. Look, if Gomez does leave, that cannot happen. That cannot happen. We don't buy replacements, we make them. Yeah, can you imagine? Right, Jamrock, if you break it down a few. So, Joe, let's break this down. Gomez leaves. Do we get another top centre back? Because I'm sure whoever is the full choice centre back will want to leave. I think you go and get a young player from Europe or something like that. Jamrock. I think, or you get a versatile player that can say, you know, like Gravadol at Man City, he plays left back, centre back, don't he? He's a centre back, but he plays left back because they don't need him to play centre back at the moment because they play Diaz and Akanji at centre back. So he plays left back. Unless we go and get someone like that, that's a replacement for Gomez. That hybrid centre back, left back position. You know, like in Campo, and Micheal from Sporting Lisbon, who can play left back, centre back, something like that. Maybe that's what they're looking at. Unless they go for a fourth choice centre back, then it's going to have to be a young player around 20 years of age who's already got experience playing and is at a good level, but they know for a fact, you know, where their pecking order is. So, because I've always said you need 4 centre backs. I think you need 4 centre backs and you need 4 full backs. So 4 centre backs, 2 right backs, 2 left backs, and that's enough for me. You don't need 5 centre backs or 6 centre backs or 3 full back. You know, it's just madness. 2 right backs, so Trent and Connor, 2 left backs, and 4 centre backs. And I think you're away then. Then you're away. Then you've got good rotation there. You've got good cover in case there's injuries. You can rotate the squad. You know, and that's perfect for me. So yeah. Braithwaite. Be up promo. Yeah, Braithwaite. Yeah, that ain't happening, guys. So, I'd love it to. I think it's quality, but Braithwaite wouldn't be a full choice centre back for Liverpool. He'd come in, you know, he'd probably be wanting to play. Yeah, I hear that, Jamrock, as well. I hear that. Either way. You either get an older centre back that doesn't need to play as much, or you get a young elite centre back who's 17. So go and get Jaro Hato for Ajax, a left back and left centre back, but on the smaller side. Yeah, something like that, Jamrock. That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, we all know what happened that year, Jet promo. Exactly. Yeah, and Kanate, as A9 said, you got the problems with Kanate's injuries as well. Too many Dutchmen, says Jonas. Let's talk about the Arne Slot stuff as well. So I don't know. So obviously after the game, yeah, I mean that's one as well, Simon. That could be the key as well. So after the game, Arne Slot did the interview with TNT Sports where they asked him the question about Gerald Kwanzaa and was it a tactical substitution or was it an injury? And he basically said it was tactical. And he pointed out the reasons why it was tactical. You got to ask the question. You know, the way people are going is that Slot went into an interview after and just blankly put Kwanzaa down. He did do it all. He got asked the question. why did he take Kwanzaa at half time? He said it was tactical. He said the number 9 for Ipswich was bullying them a little bit, and he's winning every aerial duel. So we looked at it and thought, Kanate doesn't really lose aerial duels. And guess what? He was right. Making the Kanate switch was like a genius move. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. He didn't bury Kwanzaa. He even actually said that people don't listen, I swear. He actually said that Kwanzaa played well. We just needed something a little bit different. It was great by Slot. Whoa. Shit, Daryl. Sorry, not been on Jane. My wife died suddenly Wednesday evening. Shit, Daryl, man. Wow, Daryl, I am so sorry, man. I am so sorry for your loss. That's sad, man. Man, don't get mate. You don't need to be here right now. You don't need to be here right now, man. I am so sorry for your loss, man. That's broke me, Daryl, man. That's broke me, man. Oh, man. I haven't got any words, man. I ain't got no words. I ain't got no words. We're sorry for your loss, my friend. We're very sorry for your loss. And the whole community here as well are putting it in the chat right now. Look, they're putting it in the chat right now. We're sorry for your loss, my friend. We really are. We really are. Stay strong, man. Stay strong for you and your kids, yeah? Stay strong for you and your kids. And we're always here, guy, man. We're always here. You know that. We're always here, man. We're always here. I am so sorry to hear that news, man. And don't you apologise for anything, man. Don't you ever apologise for anything, my friend. You go away, man. Go and spend time with your kids. And we're always here. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about anything. You go and look after your family. Fuck, man. I'm so sorry to hear that. Jeez. The love from the chat, man. Oh, man. Yeah, look at the love from the chat. Yeah, big up, man. Big up. Stay strong, Daryl. Stay strong, man, yeah? Stay strong. Look at the love, man. Daryl's been here since day one. Daryl's been on this channel since day one. Always been here. Shows a lot of love to the channel. Been one of the I look at you can go on your creators page and look at how long people subscribe to you for. Daryl's been here since day dot. He's been following my channel, and that's really, yeah, man. I feel for you, man. I don't know what to say. Take your time, though, Daryl. Go and spend it with your family. Don't worry about us. We're always here, man. But yeah, much love to you and your family, man. Much love. So sorry to hear all that. Yeah, man. Shit. Cat Sunday. I got called a maggot for not watching Liverpool this season. Cat Sunday, who called you a maggot, man? Cat Sunday's just brought it right back round here. Who the hell called you a maggot, man? You do whatever you want, my friend. It's your club. You support Liverpool how you want to support them, man. No one's got any right to call you anything, man. Ras is Slot out. Ras, why are you Slot out? What's Slot done wrong? What's Slot done wrong, man? As I was saying earlier, big up Daryl. Remember, we're here for you, man. With Slot, I don't think Slot did anything wrong, man. He just told Kwanzaa, look, you're not doing it for me right now. I'm going to put Kanate in. And it won us the game. So what he did, you don't like how he treated Kwanzaa. That's why. He didn't treat Kwanzaa bad at all. Guys, in the chat, right now, let's ask everyone in the chat right now. Did Slot bury Kwanzaa? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat right now. Did Slot bury Kwanzaa? Yes or no? Or was it just a tactical substitution? You know, yeah, Kwanzaa was devastated, but you know what, Ras? Kwanzaa will learn and get better. It will improve him as a player. Ras, it will improve Kwanzaa as a player. Trust me, man. And I'm not going to have a go at you thinking the way you do. It's fine. We're here to have a discussion. You know, it was tactical move that actually won us the game of football. The problem is, he got asked a question. You know, he got asked a question. He answered the question. Alan Shearer today, he wouldn't have done that if it was one of his big players. How does he know? He's only been here 5 minutes. It's what I love about people like Alan Shearer. Alan Shearer moaning about Slot today, going, he wouldn't have done that if it was Mo Salah or anything like that. How does he know? Slot's literally had one Premier League game. How would he know? And what these people don't seem to understand, that are calling Slot out for saying that he took Kwanzaa off tactically and it helped us win the game. That's what they're not grasping. What Slot did helped Liverpool win a game of football. He made a tactical decision that benefited the football team. And we won. Look, football's brutal sport. Football is a brutal sport. Yeah? One day that player can be your best friend. The next day, they hate your guts because you drop them. But it's a tactical... When Pep Guardiola does it, it's genius. When Pep Guardiola does it, it's genius. When Slot does it, he's burying young Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa will learn from this, man. Kwanzaa will get better because of it. He will get better because of it. You know? He will get better because of it. He will look at it and go, right, I need to improve my game. I need to improve my aerial duels, because the reason I got taken off is because I was losing my aerial duels. So I've got to improve that area of my game. You know, you don't want Kwanzaa to think he doesn't do anything wrong. You don't want to just put an arm around him like a dad and go, here, you'll be all right. Kwanzaa has never been criticised yet as a Liverpool player. He's never been criticised yet as a Liverpool player. And the problem is with young players, sometimes they can feel like they do nothing wrong, right? And they get away with stuff. And Slot basically said it was a tactical change because he weren't winning aerial duels. So what it's going to do for Kwanzaa, hopefully, fingers crossed, he will start becoming a better player because of it. And go, you can't drop me again now. I'm going to prove you wrong, boss. I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to tell you why I should be there, and start winning aerial duels. You know, it helped the team, man. It's going to help Kwanzaa long term. It's going to help Kwanzaa long term. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, Kwanzaa's going to be upset and angry about it because it's not happened to him yet. You got to remember, young players sometimes feel like they don't do shit all wrong. You know, Kwanzaa will get better for it, man. Yeah, get better for it. Yeah, exactly, Derek. We won the game because of it. You know, if Slot made the tactical option of doing that thing and we lost the game, then you can have a question about it. But we won the game because of that tactical substitution. And the thing with Slot, he's Dutch. I don't know if Honesty's still in the chat, because he lives he knows better than me. But most Dutch people I know are quite blunt and straightforward. They just tell you as it is, yeah? Right? And that's what he's doing. He's going, right, I took him off for a tactic. Like, they asked him the question, what do they want? Slot the lie. Sit there and lie. Fumbling with his keys. Kwanzaa was feeling a bit tired, and I thought I'd just bring Kanate on to just give some fresh legs in that centre-back area. Unfortunately for us, it worked. Is that what they want them to say? Just a generic answer that every fucking manager gives? Generic answer FC? Or do you want to hear from a fucking real manager who's going to give you some tactics? Yeah? Maybe Alan Shearer should listen. He might be a better manager and not fucking relegate his hometown club. How about that, you piece of shit? Yeah? How about you listen to Slot and might be learning something instead of relegating your hometown club as a manager? Yeah? Yeah? Well, you fucked your own club up. You relegated them. Yeah? How about you listen and learn something, you piece of... Oh, my God. These people do my head in, man. These people do my head in. Learn. Maybe if you were tactical like Slot, you wouldn't have relegated your hometown club. Fucking, oh, it does my head in, man. Absolutely, it does my head in. Guardiola does it. Oh, world-class management, world-class coaching. Do you know what? Do people not realise what it also helped bringing Konate on? Because Konate was winning the aerial duels, that means Ipswich couldn't go direct. They had to play more to feet on the floor, right? They couldn't go more direct anymore. So they couldn't bang it up long, which means they couldn't push up the field, which means Ipswich are deeper. And because Ipswich are deeper and Konate's quick, we could step up the pitch a little bit more. Do you know what else that helped? It helped Trent. Then Trent was inverting and becoming like a fourth midfielder and playing the passes that we saw yesterday on Saturday. So that's what helped completely. Yeah, tactical substitutions are allowed. It doesn't mean you think the player's shit. I'll tell you what, the English media and the English pundits are the worst in world football. You know, they're the worst in world football. English media and English pundits are shit at their job. You got, all they do, you got Micah Richards, he does punditry, and all he does is laugh. It doesn't do any punditry. It just goes, oh, so-and-so was good, and then just laughs. You got Jamie Redknapp, who just looks pretty. That's all Jamie Redknapp's there for. He just looked pretty on telly. That's it. Yeah? You got Daniel Sturridge who's making up words to talk about something. It's crap. It's horseshit. Everyone is scared to have you can't say anything. You're not allowed to have a different opinion from people because they shut you down. It just does my head in, man. It just does my head in. It's like, yeah, play better. It improves them as a team. Look, don't get me wrong. I love Daniel Sturridge, yeah? But he waffles on about some shit. I have no idea what he's talking about. Just tell me the punditry on the game. That's all I care about. Do you know who's a great pundit? James Horncastle. Did anyone watch the Europa League semi-final and final? And James Horncastle was doing the punditry for that game. He was giving you the ins and outs of everything. He was telling you why Atlanta got to the final. He's telling you about the manager and what he does to get this team going. He was giving you in and outs of players. Punditry. I was listening to it and I'm learning something. I'm learning something off James Horncastle because he's a proper pundit. He's giving me something to learn. You know, but all we do in this country is go, oh, someone's done something different. Oh, my God. Arne Slot is not like Jurgen Klopp. Because Jurgen Klopp would have just kept Kwanzaa on and gave him a big cuddle and gone, it's all right, son. Right? And would have kept him on. But Arne Slot is a bit more up front. And he went, no, I took him off for tactical reasons. It made us better, so we win. You know? And they're like, oh boo, boo. You can't talk like that around here, son. You can't talk like that around here. He's like, what are we doing? Fucking stupid. It just can't. It drives me mad that this shouldn't even be a conversation today, guys. All this shouldn't be conversations. You know, all I've seen on social media and on newspapers today is Slot was bang out of order for calling out Kwanzaa like that. Right. Did I watch a different interview? Because I swear in the interview he said Kwanzaa played really well, but I just needed something different. So it didn't bury him at all. He actually said Kwanzaa played well, but I just needed this, this, and that, and Konate gave me that, and then we won the game. So the manager did his job. That's what we're saying. The manager did his job. You got people like Roy Keane, who just a miserable fucker, who don't talk about anything. You got Gary Neville, who thinks now Man United to go win the title because they bought 2 defenders. It's like, it's punditry shit. You got Jamie Carragher, who hates Liverpool. I just don't. It's so bad. And now they're getting YouTubers. You know why? You know why they're getting YouTubers? Because YouTubers just tell you how it is. Most YouTubers just tell you how it is. Oh, I don't like this player because of that. I don't like it because of that. He's good because of this. They just tell you as it is. Because these other media, they're just, it just fucking me right off. Just does my nutting. We won a game of football. The manager made a tactical decision that helped us win a game of football. It's just, and now he's getting criticised. So our manager is getting criticised for making a tactical move that helped us win a game of football. Let's just get that in, guys. Talk about that. That's what the English media are doing right now. That's what ex-professional footballers in this country are doing right now. They're criticising Arne Slot for making a tactical decision that helped Liverpool win a game of football. This is where we are now in 2024. They're so snowflakey. Oh, what about Quanta's mental health? What do you mean? He got substituted for. What are we doing here? It's just mad to me. Quanta will be a better player for it. He will improve in training. He will improve in his games. He will become a better player. Yeah. So way Klopp would have done it. Klopp would have made the substitution, in my opinion. I think Klopp would have kept Quanta on. I don't think he would have made the sub, and we would have found another way of winning. But Slot's a different manager, so tactically he went about it a different way. It's mad. It's mad to me. But bigger, it's just. Jamie, they don't want us to win. They don't. And also, guys, I believe, if I'm correct, Arne Slot said Quanta had a good game. He liked what he did. He just needed something extra that Konate could give him. And then Konate went and done it. He didn't bury him at all. In fact, he praised Quanta for the performance he put in, but he just needed something a little bit different. That's the whole point of having a squad and not 11 players. That's why you have a squad. That's why Konate's on the bench. Yeah? Because if he needs something, he can put Konate on. They asked him a question. They just want people to bullshit and lie. I like that managers are more upfront. And it means I can trust them. That means I know what my manager's thinking now. From now on, because of that interview, I know what Slot's thinking now. I know he's going to think tactical about stuff. I know that if something's not going right in the game, he's not scared to make a substitution now or change the way up. Yeah? He didn't lie about anything. He's not sitting there going, yeah, he was just a bit tired. His legs were a bit tired. Konate is fresh. We thought we'd bring Konate in for his fresh legs. And thankfully, it helped us to win the game. Yeah? He could have said that easily, right? But he ain't going to bullshit you. He's going to tell you. And now people think, like the other one, Simon Jordan today thinks what Slot did was just big up his own ego, making himself look good, right? Why not? Pep Guardiola does it every week. Why not? Why not big yourself up a little bit? I don't see the fucking problem with it. I really don't. I really don't. So what? Slot wanted to big himself up and give him a pat on the back. Why not? What's fucking wrong with it? It's just mad to me. It's just mad to me. I don't. Who did I scare off? Who did I scare off? Who did I scare off? Have I scared someone off? What these players need is a sense of survival. You can't just cruise here. If you don't perform, you don't play. No matter exactly, Mike. I don't see no problem with it, man. Yeah, he did win his aerial juice. Exactly, Jan. And this is what Slot was saying. He gave a tactical breakdown on why he took Kwanzaa off, because Kwanzaa against Ipswich's number 9 was not winning his battles in the air. He was not winning his battles in the air. So he took him off and put Kanate on. Kanate won all his battles in the air, so Ipswich couldn't go direct anymore, which helped Liverpool push up the pitch. Also let Trent invert, and it became an easier game for Liverpool. Tactical awareness. Slot saw it, changed it at half time. For me, I'm glad he did it. I'm glad he did it. I don't see the issue. I don't see the issue, but these pundits are going to make something of it, and it's mad to me. I'm scared off the woke heads. Was there someone in the chat who's like, didn't want to, I don't like, I haven't like pissed anyone off. Big up, Vic. I hope I haven't pissed anyone off. I don't like upsetting people. I hope people ain't upset with what I just said. But yeah, big up everyone. Slot will have the respect from Liverpool players. If you don't, players that will walk over a manager. He did it to tell players, if you don't do your job, Slot will take him off. Exactly. You know, straight away the players will be like, shit, this is different. You know, this is different. Exactly. Soft mentality moaning about Slot. Exactly. You know, Slot's he did a job, man. He's paid to do a job. Thank you, Danny. Thank you. Kwanzaa was quick to dismiss Matic when he got injured. Thank you. No one said anything. Do you remember everyone praised Kwanzaa for saying that? Everyone praised Kwanzaa for saying that, didn't they? Everybody came forward and praised Kwanzaa for saying it. Now our manager does something and they criticise him. That's a great point, man. That's a great point. Excellent point. That's a great point, Danny. Great point. You know, Kwanzaa in that interview, we remember it. I want Matic's place. He's injured. It's my place now. Bigging himself up like he should. I loved it personally. I loved what Kwanzaa said in that interview. That's what I loved about him. I love that from players. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. And what Slot did was nothing wrong either. It's just we live in this world now where we can't criticise. You are not allowed to criticise anything in this world anymore because you look like a demon if you do. If you criticise anything now on a public platform, everyone thinks you're this, that, or something else. They just think the scum. Because if you criticise a person and hurt their feelings, you're a piece of shit. You know what I mean? It's fucking stupid. It's got Slot doesn't have Klopp's pedigree while they're saying all this, but I can say his Slot looks like the man for the job. Yeah, exactly, Craig. I agree, man. I agree. Guys, if you're new around here as well, we've got some new people around here. Let me know in the chat so I can shout you out as well. Maurice Wells says, love the passion, Jay. And thank you very much. Appreciate it. I don't think anyone in the chat left because of anything I said. So, yeah, big up. That was good. And so was Slot called me a demon. Oh, yeah, you're right, man. You're right. It's just big up SG. Big up SG. Yeah, anyone's new around here, get a shout out. Big up you guys. Share a foul manager. Exactly. Relegated his hometown club. Yeah. Maybe if he had a bit of Slot's tactical awareness, Newcastle might have stayed up that year. Oh, man. Yeah, big up, Craig. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, that's football. That's sport in general, ain't it? I grew up because I'm in my 40s. Yeah, I grew up as a kid. Yeah, that if you didn't win, you didn't receive anything. Right? If you didn't come first, second, or third, you didn't get anything. Right? Nothing. And it made me want to I remember a sports day once. I was like 8 years old, and I was quite a quick runner. I was always very quick, and I finished third in my race. Fourth, sorry, I finished fourth in my race, and I was well upset. Yeah, I didn't get a medal or anything, right? So it made me do. I went home, and I remember going home, and in that summer holidays, I used to practice running around my garden constantly every day, trying to pick up my speed. Yeah. So when I came back to sports day a year later, I'd get a medal, and that's what I did, right? But nowadays, if a kid finishes fifth or sixth, they get a medal and a certificate and say, well done. Well done for being a loser. Yeah, that's the world we live in today. Yeah, so these young players coming through are already winners. Kids today are winners already because they don't have to achieve anything in life. As soon as they're born today, they're winners. They don't have to achieve anything. They don't have to graft. They don't have to do nothing. They're born winners because the way society is. It's mad to me. It's mad to me. You know, just it's just it's yeah, we spoke about that already, Mike. We spoke about it at the beginning of the show, my friend. We went on a rant on that. Enjoyed Shearer, Rooney, and Lampard getting knocked off their perches. Yeah, because they're at a place like they just expect they get things handed down to them. I'm always been that you should work for everything in life. You should be able to work. You should have to work for everything in life. Nothing should be handed down to you. You should have to work and graft for things you need. You should expect or be handed down things handed down to you. There's nothing wrong with hard work in this world, guys. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. If you need to work hard to get something, there's nothing wrong with it. If you can't take criticism, that's not anyone else's fault, but it's not someone's fault. You know, if you want to be criticised, you've got to be able. If you're going to a weld or something, you've got to be able to take criticism. You've got to be able to take criticism and adapt it and make it better for you. Yeah. These people coming after Slot does my absolute nutting. One Premier League game, had a tactical change and we won because of it. But these people in the media just want to bury him because apparently he made Kwanzaa upset. Kwanzaa's fine. But if you speak to Kwanzaa today, Kwanzaa will tell you, no, I'm all right. What the manager did was the right call. It's going to make me a better player. No one's going to ask Kwanzaa this, though. They just go to assume that Kwanzaa's pissed off. Kwanzaa's probably pissed off, but he's like, you know what? It's the right decision. We won the game of football. The manager made the right call. But all that's going to do me now is I have to work on my game. I have to work on my game because I'm not perfect. I'm not this perfect player. I've got to work on it. I've got to do things that make me better. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just you've got to work on things in life. And all this shit Alan Shearer said today. Oh, Slot wouldn't have said that to one of the big players. How does he know? Slot's been here one game. How the fuck does he know? It just drives me absolutely mad. Basically saying that he bullied a youngster. That's what Shearer's saying. He bullied a youngster. Fucking donut. Yeah, Chelsea have bought a player they don't need. Like, Chelsea, guys, do Chelsea actually need João Felix? Like, seriously, do Chelsea actually need João Felix? They just bought a player they don't. Where are they going to play him? Where is João Felix going to play? Because Palmer's there and then Kunku's there. Where the hell is João Felix going to play? You know, they've got loads of players. They just buy a player. They just buy players. It just makes me laugh. Sterling's off, is he? Yeah, like, but the problem is Sterling's a winger and Joe Felix is a number 10. It's just, I don't get it. I don't get it. Good luck to him, though. Good luck to him. He'll play the centre of the bench. Well, he crap last year when he was there as well. He was on loan last year. I swear he was dog shit. Yeah, he was there last year, wasn't he? He was dog turd. I've never been a big João Felix fan. I don't know. Yeah, and Kunku is playing left wing though. You're playing Kunku in a 10. He's a decent player, man. I don't get it. But all this Slot stuff, it drives me mad, guys. It really does. You know, having a go at him for making a tactical choice that won us the game of football, but a young player's feelings are apparently hurt. It's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? We spoke about FSG, Richard Hughes, Mark Wedgwood, who's to blame. It's fucking a nightmare. You know, what we're doing, looking at the right profile player and all this BS. It just, yeah. So we spoke about mostly everything, guys, I wanted to speak about today. Guys, thank you very much for watching this evening. I do appreciate it. Guys, I'll be live again probably tomorrow. But, guys, we'll be, if you want to see me again, I'll be on Monty's show at midnight tonight after Coppish. So me, Cal, and Monts will probably be, and I don't know if Monts has got more people coming on, but us three will definitely be on the show tonight at midnight. So make sure you're tuning in for that. Orton says, of course, only one game, but the change at halftime was great. It's what we've been asking for in last. Yeah, exactly. Big up my man Scraps as well. Mika Richards, what did you have for dinner? Much love to SG as well in the house. Big up to all the new people here as well, new subscribers and all that. 23 likes of 200. So if you can pay your rent on the watch back, guys, or if no one's hit that like button right now, could you go and hit that like button and get us a 200 before we go? That'd be awesome as well. You guys have been fantastic as usual. You know, you guys you're tremendous. Couldn't do any of this without you. Show only works with you guys here. That's the truth. We spoke about a lot today. Spoke on the FSG Rich Hughes that scenario, the mess up it is right now, needs sorting out. We spoke on the ridiculousness of the Slot hate because he took Kwanzaa off and made us better. Absolutely ridiculous of it. But big up people. Smash that like if you've not smashed it already. And pay your rent on the way in if you watch this back as well. I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much. And if I'll see you tonight, maybe on Monty's show. Bye-bye for now.